Steelix is a large snake-like Pokémon that evolves from Onyx. Steelix measures an impressive 9.2 meters from head to tail, and weighs 400 kilograms, making even the largest humans look like ants in comparison. But wait a second, 400 kilograms? Doesn't that seem a bit light? I mean, 400 is quite a big number, it's about 400 times as many friends as I have, but a small car weighs about a ton, and that looks small in comparison to Big Shag. So what's going on here? Let's have a closer look. From head to tail, we know Steelix measures 9.2 meters. If we approximate Steelix's head as an ellipsoid, body pieces as spheres, and those spikes that jut out as cones, we can use a scale drawing of Steelix to work out its volume, which comes to 35.7 meters cubed. That's equivalent to 2,000 bathtubfuls, or about the volume of a backyard swimming pool. In other words, a lot. Now that we know Steelix's mass and volume, we can work out its density, which comes to 11.2 kilograms per meter cubed. How does this compare to other materials? Well, given that Steelix is called Steelix, it's probably going to be made out of steel, which has a density of 7,850 kilograms per meter cubed. That's a fair bit more. Okay, let's try something lighter. How about water, one of the most important substances for life on Earth? That comes in at 1,000 kilograms per meter cubed. As Steelix is less dense than water, this means it would float. Would it maybe float in air? Thankfully, no. Air is pretty darn light, but the density of Steelix is only 9 times greater than that of air. This means for a 400 kilogram Steelix, the downwards force due to gravity would be about 4,000 newtons. However, our Steelix will experience a 420 newton upthrust force in air, the same force that allows it to float in water. This means although it doesn't float in air, Steelix would experience a weight of only 3,500 newtons, making it feel about 10% lighter due to its low density. To put it from another perspective, the heaviest man in history is believed to be John Brower Minnoch, weighing in at an extraordinary 635 kilograms and measuring a pretty ordinary 1.85 meters. Humans are about as dense as water, meaning this boy would tip the scales on Steelix any day, despite being much, much smaller in size. Is Onyx, the pre-evolution of Steelix, any better? It measures 8.8 meters from head to tail, but is also much lighter at only 210 kilograms. Because the antenna on its head takes up a fair portion of its height, Onyx's volume is only 4.1 meters cubed. Still a lot, but this gives a much higher density of 51.2 kilograms per meter cubed. While this is an improvement, it's still nowhere near the 2,700 kilogram meter cubed density of rock, which we'd assume Onyx is made out of. This is all very interesting, but what does it actually mean for Steelix? Well, in Pokémon Gold and Silver, the Pokédex tells us that Steelix's body is harder than Diamond. When it comes to hardness, Diamond is king. This means not only is Steelix's body the hardest material in existence, it's also very lightweight, about 300 times lighter than Diamond itself. I mean, just think of the possibilities. After we get rid of all the Pokémon rights groups that will stop us from poaching Steelix, we could use whatever Steelix is made of for cutting-edge cutting tools, and other machinery which could cut diamonds. I mean, it's likely a metal and highly conductive, maybe it has uses in electronics. Or it could be used to make armor and weapons which can cut through anything, while being a similar weight to a pen. The possibilities are endless, we'd be stinking rich. But there's a catch. While Steelixite is the hardest material in existence, that says nothing about its other properties. You wouldn't be able to scratch or dent it, but hard materials are generally also brittle, meaning a single strong blow could shatter it to pieces. Still, Steelix is a very formidable Pokémon. So, what else does the Pokédex have to share about this beast? Well, in Pokémon Ruby and Sapphire, we are told that Steelix are known to dig towards the Earth's core. In fact, there are records of this Pokémon reaching a depth of over 6/10 of a mile underground. Wow. If we look at a scale diagram of Earth, I can show you just how impressive that is. 0.6 of a mile is here. Yeah, it's really not that impressive. The Earth's radius is over 6,000 kilometers. Given 0.6 of a mile is 1 kilometer, Steelix makes it 0.02% of the way to the Earth's core. Still, credit where it's due, this is pretty deep for an animal. The deepest animal burrows belong to the Nile crocodile, at a maximum depth of 12 meters. Steelix digs about as deep as your average Texas oil well. However, the deepest point on Earth, the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean, reaches 11 kilometers deep, much deeper than Steelix can dig. So while digging to the Earth's core is a pipe dream, Steelix would still hold the record for the animal with the second deepest holes. But wait, second? That's right, for there's one animal on Earth which couldn't give a damn. You know him, you love him, humans. Introducing the Kola Super Deep Borehole on the Kola Peninsula in Russia. We know getting to the Earth's core is a stupid and near impossible thing to do, so it should come as no surprise that during the Cold War, the USSR tried it. While they got nowhere near the core, in 1989 they did create the deepest hole on Earth at 12.3 kilometers, before abandoning the project because temperatures became too hot to drill further. They didn't even pass the Earth's crust. So, while Steelix may be made of the hardest material in existence, the Earth laughs in the face of this steel giant.